Okay, so I did some videos. I bought a $500 box of 50-cent pieces, and I started out videoing me unrolling a few, and then I'd do another one, and basically it got so addictive I just started opening them up. My apologies for not finishing, but once you get in there and you start finding stuff, you get anxious to open up again. So 2 a.m., got 3 a.m., and I got some rough draft stuff I can load up later, where I did a couple more videos. But if any of you are coin roll hunters, you understand probably what I'm talking about. I found about 32 silver Kennedys in the box. Now, 2 were 90% silver. One was a Benjamin and one was a 64 Kennedy. The other ones were all 40% silver. I did find what may be a rare error, and that would be a wrong stock Planchet, where the Kennedy was what looks like maybe done on a Susan B. Anthony 1981P on a what looks like a Susan B. Anthony smaller Planchet. I have pictures of that in just a second, but I want to show you what I may do the video on next. I guess what I'm saying, touch base on what I found in this video, and then maybe go into detail about them later. Here's a 1968 and 66 double die. Let's see if you can, I don't know if the light will let you see it. But the L in that, when I get a loop, this loop here, I can see it. And then this one also, I don't know if you can see it with the naked eye or not. Where will my focus be? Anyway, it's going to be down in there. And the other, and this you may be able to see, the FG, which should be on this side. I had 2 of those coins. One was a little bit better than the other, but this one you can't tell the FG. It's just where it's like a little mound or something, but it's no FG. So what I did was I took 2 of the other error coins, a double 66, a double die. Basically 2 L's looked doubled on dollar, a few other ones, but those were the strong. And I tried to auction it on eBay, and it went for a little over $4. And I did another, the one where the FG, you can't tell the FG's on it, and it went for 5, close to 6 maybe. So these I'm actually going to send off and get graded, and see how well another auction would do. But as you can see, I got 1, 2, 3, and then I got the one I sent off, and I got a couple of other smaller errors that I found, questionable errors, and some I'm going to have to weigh. My scale broke, and I couldn't weigh that Planchet error, and I regret that. I wish I could have weighed it, because then I would know for sure, you know, basically what the weight was, which would put it in a class of what all a smaller Planchet would weigh less than the larger Planchet. And I know for sure if it was the wrong Planchet. But I'll show you pictures, and then there's a 1979 picture of a Kennedy. It was on a wrong Planchet, and they look almost identical. So I'm leaning toward the Planchet error, and I'll go into more detail. But this was my find. Now, I've sold 15 others of these, and I took 4 or 5 of them, and then I have a couple more of the 40% in there, and I added 4 or 5 of them to my Kennedy set from 1964 to 99. I like one more coin, and it's a 64D, and I mailed off for it, so I'm waiting on it, and it'll be complete. So I'll have my Kennedy 64 to 69 complete. Now the book that I have, 64 69, has some covered up spot where like a 1970 Kennedy, which was a mint set or went to certain things, but that wasn't a circulated coin, so I don't, in my set I'm not required to have that. But there is a spot for it. It's covered up saying 1970 coin. So if I decide to get it, I'll take that cover out and put the coin in there. But as far as being straight up to the public, 64 to 99, I got those, except for that one I ordered. So I got that. Ordered it last night. And these are my 72s and some 76s I'm gonna weigh when I order a new scale. So let's touch base on the scale. I joined the NGC coin grading site. It's $25 a year. And they have a forum there, a very informative forum. A lot of the veterans will tell you stuff. Like the Planchet, they're like, did you weigh it? And I was like, I tried, but the scale was off. So it was weighing 40 grams as 500 grams. And it was just everything it weighed was off. I got new batteries, put new batteries in it, same thing. And I went to the store, got a new, I'd already sent off the error coin, but I went ahead and tried to get a new scale, and it only measured up to like whole grams. Like if a coin, like if I wanted to weigh this coin, it might be 11.3 grams, but the scale would only say 11. So there's certain kind of scales you need. If you join GNC, you can get on the forum, you can see my post asking about scales, or you can see other people, you can ask questions and they'll answer you. But in another video, I'm going to go into the scales and tell you the information they told me. Which basically you need a scale that'll measure 3 points past the decimal. So like if something was like 11.3, it would read 11.321 or whatever the extra little points are, and then you might round up the last one or whatever. Okay, so you need a good scale. That way you would know for sure, or it would lean more if you weighed it and it weighed as much as a Susan B. Anthony, then you would know it's really possible that it is a Susan B. Anthony Planchet, you know, or quarter Planchet or whatever that the Kennedy's on. And not maybe some object chipped it and cut it off, because then it might, instead of weighing what a Susan B. Anthony weighs, it might weigh what a Susan B. Anthony weighs plus 3 more decimals or something. And you're like, well, maybe it just chipped it enough to where it weighs close to it. You'd still be questionable, but good scales to have. Good scales to have. And some coins, like say a 72, you know, you see the copper and you see the nickel, but if that nickel's silver, you know, it might weigh what a 40% Kennedy should weigh. But you couldn't tell just by looking at the metal. You'd have to weigh it. So that's what I'm going to do, see if there's any more error coins that might be in there. 74, 77, some 77s had gotten printed on silver. So we'll look into all that. But this, I found a lot in that $500 box. And I've made about $72 off of it so far, selling some coins. Also in the mail, I had 2 coins stolen. The person got it and had a hole in the envelope where a post office worker or somebody got in the mailbox, my mailbox, their mailbox or something, and slid it open and took the coins out. So I've sent him a new coin. They were regular circulated coins that he got probably for a gift for somebody or something, and so he wanted the coins instead of a refund, so I sent him 2 new coins at no cost. So be on the lookout for thieves. And one way you might be able to do that is to maybe put a piece of cardboard in there, which I've been getting coins mailed to me in cardboard or a stick. And so it's not just a loose coin in there, come out easy or something. And you can have tracking numbers and get insurance and that. And it all depends on what you want to charge for shipping, I guess, and pay for shipping. So my 500 box yielded me probably around 6 to 8 error coins and 32 silver coins, and maybe the Planchet error, which is a rare error. And here's the deal. I knew something was wrong with it. I sent it off. I joined NGC to send it off because you got to be a member to send it. And it's not $200 or something. It's just $25 a year, and you're able to send in a coin to get graded. And you can send in, you know, throughout the year. So I'm going to send in another coin. This one, I'm probably going to send in these 2. And so it's worth to have, and you're getting advice, so that's good too. Okay, as far as NGC goes, is I sent the coin in, and when they get it, if you keep your tracking number on your receipt from the post office, which I didn't do, you can log in and see if it got there. Then they also have a thing to check your submission, so when they get it and they open it up and they log it in to be graded, you can see that they got it and they logged it in. So that being said, is I look on the site and I don't know if they got it yet or anything, so keep your tracking number. And how the Planchet is that on the particular coin I'm talking about, the Planchet error, is the word trust down here is clipped. All these letters are pretty much clipped. Right in here is on target, but on back of here, all the letters are clipped. And then you can see the edge, the very fine 1 or 2 millimeters of the, maybe half a millimeter or a millimeter actually, of the still intact copper sticking out. And the whole coin, when placed over another coin, the other coin can be seen up beneath it just a little bit. So it's in diameter, it's a little smaller than a regular one. And there's a 1979 that looks pretty identical to it. And I got pictures of mine that I'm going to put up at the end of this video. And you can see what you think. But that's what I got out of a $500 box. And of going through them. Let's see how many more are here. Let's see, I got some more, and I got the Benjamin. I didn't get that Walking Liberty. What's it is? But 67. So anyway, I got about that many. See, I got should have about 15 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And these 2 errors and this error. So probably like that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is at the end of this, I'm going to, when I finish this part of just showing this still picture of these Kennedys, and I got all these Kennedys out of there too, these 72s, these 76s, and that, of course. It's $500 worth of Kennedys. And what I'm going to do is put that Planchet error up. So I'm going to title this video Planchet error, Planchet wrong stock error, or something to that nature. So when you look at it and you understand where I'm coming from, and that if you find something like that, you need to get it graded. For one reason is if you're selling it, or if you ever want to sell it, you want to keep it and you show it, you can say the experts looked at it and they graded it. Now, that's not to say what mine will be graded as or if it will be graded. Somebody said it could have been put in a encasement or a bezel, B-E-Z-E-L, and that's where it's like a necklace and cut in, and it could have been smaller and chipped it off around the edges. However, the copper around the edge is still intact. You can still see the rims, the little edge nicks on the sprockets around it. And so it looks like it may be, according to people in the forum, looks like it may be a wrong Planchet. And but if you send it off and they look at it and they grade it and they put a label on it saying graded, this is what it is an error, it is that, then if you want to sell it or have people look at it, you can say that's what it is. So coin grading is getting it graded by officials is good because you get a little veterans on there and stuff. So, all right, I'm rambling at this point. Now I'm going to pull up the pictures. And here's the 1981 P. Look at the We Trust. The T's cut off on the left, the L. Now look at the RIC. Now 3 million Susan B. Anthony's were printed that year at the P Mint, along with 29 million Kennedys. So it is possible maybe it happened that a Kennedy 81P got on a Susan B. Anthony. All right, now 1971 example is going to come up, and it's going to look a lot like what I have here. And that was a 1979 on a Susan B. Anthony. So see, America is all cut off on the edges. Now, there's mine, still mine. And wouldn't for sure if something else cut it off, but there's what we trust cut off on the end on the 81. A little scratched up, but it has a, you know, you can, it's just pretty decent strike. So hopefully it'll be graded. There's the Y chopped off on the end there. Now you can see the ribs of the see up there at the top corner, the rivets, the edges on the copper still there. There's the U cut off. So the diameter may be smaller. Like from what I saw, it looked like the diameter was smaller. There, now see I took a picture of the bottom one underneath the regular healthy one. See, it's just mainly copper because that was really thin. Now there's the L cut off, the I, the edge of the I on the 79, the T cut off on the end on that 79. And there's the states up there of America cut off on the edges, that's the 79. And there's mine, states cut off. So it is possible that it is a Planchet error, I'm thinking. It's good reason to set it in. There's mine, 81, we trust, the T cut off. And that was pictures of the coin I sent off. I wish I had saved it and got a better scale and knew the weight, but I went ahead and sent it off. And it looks a lot like that 79. Tell me if any of y'all more experienced than me, tell me what it looks like to y'all. Like I said, somebody said that it was put in a necklace, and they said it may be, but it looked kind of like a Planchet error too. But maybe the edges got cut off from a necklace on it, a metal ring or something on it, and it was held too tight. But it would have been the front and the back, and then it left the copper, you know. So it is a possibility. But let me know if y'all think it's a wrong Planchet error and what you think it might be worth. I don't know if I want to keep it or sell it if it's worth something. I'm a let's see, Walking Liberty collector. Now this is one I've already got, so it's over here with these other silver coins. But I'm about a little over halfway filling my Walking Liberty book. So the Walking Liberties I definitely want to keep. And I just, like I said, I got one more coin left for my Kennedy collection. So I might get into selling these and helping people fill their collection. And if I come across an error, I may keep it. But like I said, I got two of these 66 double dies. I had two of these no FG possibles that are definitely worth grading, I think, because I can't see that FG, and I'm under a 30 times microscope. I just see a couple little mounds. I can't even tell it's an FG. So, yeah. But so I'm thinking I may sell stuff in the Kennedy thing. Anyway, besides all that, it's fun. And coming across that error coin, if it is a Planchet one, I think they're kind of scarce, so that's exciting. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate you watching this video. I'm not a invest in silver advisor or anything. I'm just enjoying it. And if my Steadicam hand isn't all that great, just close your eyes and listen. My voice ain't that great either, but it's a little bit informative. I appreciate it again. If you could see, I've taken over the dining room table in the last couple of days with all these silver coins, well, silver and nickel, copper. So if I had my scale, I'd go ahead and weigh these and get them out of the way. But I went, like I said, I went and bought one, and it wasn't what I needed. So we'll go into scales. So if somebody looks something up, want to know what kind of scales to get for coins, I'll have something listed, some of the stuff that people advise me on. Thank you for listening. And if you're out there, enjoy collecting, and have a good evening.